Because of change of plane in the airports, we need to stay here for a couple more hours. So I'm gonna do a paintings of Lily sitting over here eating breakfast. And I'm sitting at the corner of a cafeteria. And the paper I'm using is Paul Rubens cold press 140-pound watercolor papers. It looks really good, and I've been using it for many of my demonstrations. I will have the links of these products in the video descriptions. Click on the link, take a look at it, and if you like it too. First thing I'm going to do, I'm looking at Lily now. I'm going to have very light color to do a little drawing. First, thinking about the biggest connections to see how you would like to capture. Let's see. I like her over here, but I do want to include her sandwich. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna the top over here for say, and if the breakfast over here, like that, and the back of the head could be over here, the shoulder. I maybe raise her breakfast a little bit higher so I can have her face a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna have the chin over here. So don't rush into painting the details. That is not in a rush. Okay, just spend more time thinking about what would be looking good for the whole painting. Think about the final artwork that you are gonna do, and making your decisions that you really wanted. So this is her face. The shoulder will be here. The hair coming down over here. You can use a graphite pencil or color pencil to do the drawing. Using the watercolor, it actually is more convenient. So I noticed there's some light shine on her body, and which is a very good feature. Okay, I think this is really good. I want to move the back over here a little bit, something of the outside, like it coming over here, probably like that. So I have probably the bus, the van, actually seen in outside. It would be nice to have an airplane, so I probably don't have the airplane included. So I'm gonna actually have the bridge to the airplane, so I can include that over here, like that. Just think it through. Anything you like. You don't have to make everything look so detailed. You can just have some rough shape. Give some suggestions. Her shoulder over here, and I can see maybe the outside over here, just give a little bit in the shadow. So okay, this is good. Now I'm going to start working into the bigger connection over here. Maybe I'm going to set a little colors for the face. That is very bright color, bright orange color now. I'm going to have a little bit more yellow and a little red. This is good. I'm going to start working into the big area. So don't worry about the details yet. So I'm going to paint it on here. And also if some color lighter, you want to have it removed, and you can do that when it's wet or even after it dry. I'm seeing the eye over here, and some of our members a little worried about, okay, I'm a little nervous about the I get everything in the right place. You might need to take a little bit more time, and you might, if you're feeling your observations is not quick enough, that probably want to work on your observational drawing exercise. Can go into the Enjoying Art Learning Center. Is a whole library called Drawing Basics. So spend more time on that. Don't rush it, okay? And after you learn the process and learn the skill, and you can come back to do portrait and much faster. Okay. Now I just have the first layer of the face. Now it's already here. That's good. And we come back after it dries. The dry will supposed to be pretty fast. I'm gonna work it into the this area. This is only the first round. The color may change. Okay, the color may not be good enough, so you would do that later on. So you don't have to make it to be perfect at the first round. So now this whole area is in the light directly shine on, and over here it has some catch the shadow from the window. So I'm gonna take this, just the blue color, maybe a little bit red. I see a little bit warm colors. If you be able to see the three primary colors in any of the color combinations, and like seeing here, I don't want to say that it's gray color. Gray color is too general. You say, what gray colors? You know, it can be like 1,000 different gray color. You want to see how much blue, how much red, and that would help you to find and mix the colors quickly. So that also, there's a whole library called Watercolor Basics. You should also look into that. Now I'm gonna use almost the same color, and on this side, on this shoulder, you see that there's lots of, you hear the lots of noises, the people moving, the chair, and then the baby talking. Okay. Down here I have a little bit more brown color, which is have a little bit more red and yellow. So I can also have the color coming in over here. I have a little changes. This is good. I can capture that. Those shapes maybe fade away because the paper is still wet. But put it there to see what is going to happen. And different timing, a different location, the color and the paper and could react a little bit differently. And we are indoors, so it's not going to dry too fast. Like this. And now looking at her arm. Her arm actually in the shadows, it's pretty dark. So I'm going to put this color first, and I'm expecting to put another color later, make it even darker. All those areas are pretty wet now. And I'm going to look into her sandwich. Maybe a little warmer. That good. Observational skill is very important. And if you want to think about to do paintings quickly, you have to be able to draw it pretty quickly. For now, I just try to set the color everywhere and then come back to adjust it. Adjusting step is very important. So over here, I can see a little bit more yellow color compared to this gray color. So keep thinking about, oh, what are the three colors combinations? So is that more red? And more you're doing it, you're going to do faster. You're going to make better decision. Like this. Okay, I'm going to soften it a little bit. Soften the color over here a little bit. Okay, I don't like the straight shape over here. That's good. We're going to come back a little bit later. Now I'm going to work it into the outside. Make sure all the color connected and nicely. And looking at the outside. and should be a little bit more blue. Because the paper is small, so I can very much use this sable calligraphy brush to do most of it. If you want to use this bigger brush, and I want to have the shape a little bit more organized, so I'm gonna take the blue color here. Let's set the blue color first, and maybe brush over and over. It need to be darker. Take a look. The face could be already dry, but no rush. We have quite a bit of places we need to cover. Like this color, and also I'm gonna have a little bit purple gray colors over here, which is also darker. Like that. I'm gonna looking at the side. It's okay. She has her hair, and outside will help to refine the edge a little bit later. Like that. That's good. So even you use a big brush, you can work it out like a smaller shape. Okay. Now I'm gonna make the color even a little bit darker. So I mix a little bit colors, have a little bit more pigment. I'm gonna have this color here a little bit darker. That's good. So make the face pop a little more. And now I'm gonna have on this side have a little bit more catch the shadow. Like this. Make it simple. Have a little bit over here too. This is good. Now I'm gonna change back to my round brush and get a little bit yellow color in here, because down over here it has a little bit more reflected colors from the window, so it actually see a little bit more of the greenish shade. Even take this color. Anyway, this color is supposed to be darker than the inside. Like that. Make it a little bit darker in here. And this could be already dried or maybe not. So I'm going to draw a little line coming up over here. That's good. Now, this area worked out pretty fine. Now what I want to do, I'm going to work into the outside. I'm looking at the outside here. And Lily's pretty patient. And looking at the color, and not just color, looking at how light is the color. Okay, this a little bit lighter, and also have some clear catch the shadow. And this also darker, supposed to be. Let's do that. Okay, some people working in the cafeterias. Here. Organize. Okay, that's fine for the outside. That's fine over here for the outside. Now on the top over here, I'm going to have a little blue color. I like the reflection on the glass. We're going to see. So I'm going to have the sky. Maybe have the sky color all the way coming into touching to the window frame. Like that. That will be fine. Think about how the shape should look like. Okay, this is good. Now almost like it's everywhere has colors now. So what I want to do now, I want to come into looking at her face. Define the toning of the eye over here and the eye nose. I'm gonna set a little color over here first, like that, and maybe a little bit warmer. Actually, this is a good color. And also the eyebrows, connect to that. And over here there is the edge coming into the eye over here. So I would continue on that a little bit later. I'm gonna come into the nose. A little bit warmer and the side of the nose. Okay, a little yellow color, so I want to find looks like orange color. It may be a little bit too dirty, so when you're seeing that too much blue color terminate the colors, you just tap away the color on the top, and that will be fine. So the bright color will come up. Okay, I also need to clear this area. I want some fresh color, and that is a good reason for you to start clean up your color palette. I don't need too much of water. Just take a little color. This is much brighter red. Just a little yellow color. A little more yellow. Oh, that is good. That's a good color. Now I clean all other color away. Just take a little bit color over here and take a look at the tip of the brush, making sure it's round enough. Now I'm gonna working into the nose. Hey, that's the shape I'm looking for. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna with almost the same color but a little bit more red. I'm gonna paint it into the shape for the mouth. And the lower lip. Set the color over there. If that need to be lighter, you just clean the brush, wipe it away. No need to worry or panic. That's good. Alright. Over here too. That's good. We're gonna looking at the face on the side over here on the chin. Have a little bit more red color, also a little bit darker color. So I'm gonna look at it on this side. See that? The way I'm using the brush is at the tip facing to the edge. Natural transition from here coming through like so. The brush itself it already help you to do that. And also in the middle over here, working on the transition first before you're working on the detail or the line of the eye and those detail things. On the forehead also have a little bit after all this is the airport. This is not my studio. Okay, I can see this color. Now I'm gonna see this color like that. This is good. I think it's pretty good on the face. Now what I would like to do, I'm gonna start working into there, catch the shadow on her neck. Okay, like here. As we come out a little bit. Like that. And coming toward this side, you can see that it actually has a little bit darker and also a little bit more blue. So I'm going to take the blue color, also darker, got a little blue, and we need to make it a gray color. So that means you need to have all three colors together. Okay, that's good. This should be dark enough too, so I'm gonna put it over here like that. So those color, they're gonna blend to each other because it's too wet. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna come in over here like that. I'm gonna use the same color now, working into a little details on the clothing. Okay, now on the side over here, I'm gonna take this color, have a little bit more green color, and mix into it. That's what the color would look like on the side over here. It's my first time ever painting in the airport. It's kind of interesting. I'm gonna come over here. Inside the shadows, I suppose big shape, but you still need to have a little bit of details. So you make it interesting. So when you're looking into the shape, it would looks like, oh, there's something over there. I can see that. And something you need to be soft, just make some water to help the transition. Okay. That's good. So learning anatomy is important if you like to paint people. Right? Focus on the observation. This should be a little bit softer. Now the outside is already dry, so I'm going to start working into the shadow side. Have a little bit more green. Somehow the color actually in outside, you actually have quite a bit of green color reflected. So this is the bridge walking into the airplane door. Okay. And I'm going to have a little bit darker shade over here on the top, showing that there are the windows of the building. That's good. Yeah. So after you drive, I come back to make some little bit more clear suggestions for the catch the shadow. Now get the blue color is like that. Okay, that's good enough. Let's come back to looking at Lily. Maybe looking at the bread. Let's give a little detail. Okay, that's good. So I have some shadow on the sandwich. So seeing that is a little bite. Okay, gonna have a little darker color, and that's actually good. I want to make it look like a little brown. That's good. That's good color. Now I'm gonna have it over here. See a little content. So always plan a little bit. In no rush to finish one place. You can always come back another time, and you're always like going around and I'm gonna have a little red color. Maybe too much. Just glaze over. There's a little bit red color. Basically, if you see a little warmer color, and that's what you can do. I can make it a bit more interesting. That's good. Now I'm gonna have a little, maybe a little red color on the wiper. So and now coming into, and maybe down here I have a little bit more shadow. Okay, a little clear, and I can put a little bit more define a little shape and shape this the shadow side. Now you see that there is a little light shape. Okay, that's good. Lily, you can continue eating. Okay. Now on this side, I'm gonna make a little bit. Like painting is not totally depends on how the face look like. It's about how you take care of the relationship for the whole artwork. You need to have interesting interaction. Now I'm gonna have this side a little bit darker, a little bit clear. I'm gonna add a little vegetable in the sandwich, even though there's no vegetable. That would actually make her happy. That. Okay. Maybe too much. Okay. And on the other side, have a little orange color. We're getting there. And on this side, have a little bit orange color, showing the other side of the bread. Okay, like this. Okay, that's good. Now what we want to do, when I come back, first put the color of the hair. That's good. A little bit red color, a little yellow color, more red, and more blue color. Okay, this is good. Let's put this color on first. Okay, start over here then. That. Coming down. This is only the first layer. We're gonna have some color even darker. Okay. Now I'm gonna add a little detail under here. I just leave some shape here on the top white. Okay. Like this. A little lighter shape. Going through that. And I'm gonna make some I'm gonna have this have really quick like that. A couple here. That's good. On the back over there. Now I'm gonna mix some even darker color. A little bit darker first. A little bit darker. Like that's good. That's a little bit darker. Now I'm gonna work onto this side. Now I'm gonna work into see the shape of the eye. That's good like this. Underneath the eye, there's a little shape. That's good. Now I'm gonna paint it around the nose. Actually, I'm gonna push the face a little bit in, a little bit, because the shape next to it, I need more space for the nose. That's good. Now I'm gonna coming into looking at the mouth. If you want, you can actually make the hair a little bit, the shape of the hair a little bit wider. That could be fine. Take a look at the chin. And paint it a little bit in, a little bit. And actually over here can be a little bit in. Like that. And coming around underneath the chin. Take a look. Like that. That's good. Now wrap around. Yeah. Let's see. Now I come back in the top over here. And then the forehead over here can come in a little more. Okay, that's good. Now I can let the hair come out a little bit on this side. And now I'm coming down over here and let the hair continue. Oh, that's good. And I'm gonna have a little bit warmer color, make it looks like a little bit brown, and have a little more yellow and red into the color. Maybe still need a little bit blue, but a little bit more looks a bit more brown on the edge on this side. Okay, that's good. Just think about shapes, don't even think about it here. Okay. On the top over here, I'm gonna make and soften that. That's good. Now I'm gonna mix much darker color for another layer for the hair. Sometimes one time finish it, sometimes you need to separate into two different times. Like over here now. And let's see. That's good. Now you can see the highlight. So make the creative feelings of the head is actually rounded. And that's good. And just get my brush a little dry. It's perfect for create the texture of the hair. Like this. Maybe a little bit longer over here. That. And on the top over here, you're gonna come a few round. See how it look. And if it doesn't look like the way you want it, you just lift it up. You can create some soft effect. Okay, this is why you do the first run with lighter and then the second run darker. It helps to give you the flexibility. If you lift up the new color, you can make it look like lighter gray color for the hair. I think this is good for the hair. I'm gonna come back over here on the bottom. I want to get a little bit blue color over here. You keep looking for the relationship. Okay, this a little bit color merged a little bit more together and have a little bit more blue color. Now this is good. I have a little blue color over here too. The blue color over here coming down. Okay, the lighting change a little bit. That's good. Like that. You can see, oh, there's a little blue color. So just put the blue color over there. Maybe there's a blue and a little red, a little fresh color, a little purple colors. Here you go. Okay. Now you can see without the details on the face, the color coming along is just fine. You don't need to jump onto the face and have to finish it. No, you don't have to finish it that quickly. Let it there. And when the relationship coming along and everything would come together and looks good. And on the light side over here, I don't want it just being light. So I'm going to add a little bit, looks like this color, a little bit. and coming to like this, like that. And on the here over here, I have a little bit more blue color. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And the corner over here, I'm gonna have something really dark. This is color is good, but it's a little bit more blue color. Here you go. Like that. A little separation. Over here, that's good. A little line like this. And now I'm gonna work into the arm. And no need to focusing on one area. Now it's the arm, the light side and the shadow side. And maybe want to soften that a little bit in over here. And we're gonna reshape the catch the shadow a little bit later. So I'm gonna have that the texture. Like that. That's good. Now let's see the relationship between here and there is a little bit confusing. So I'm gonna keep the outside with that color, but I'm gonna make the wrapper a little bit darker. So you have to taking in the elements from the observations of the objects. You're going to modify it to create a new connection. Now I want to make the paper wrapper a little bit darker and the outside appear to be a little bit different because the whole thing over here catch the shadow. Okay, it doesn't need to be that light. Even include the sandwich and also in the catch the shadow. Like this. Connect that over. That's good. So it need to be darker. That's fine. And this can be even darker. Like that. Okay. And even the sandwich can be even darker too. Standing up. Okay. I'll come back to slim down her arm a little bit later. Now is the time coming into the outside over here, create some catch the shadow on this side. Okay, like this. I'm not sure it's supposed to be that dark, so I'm gonna light it up a little bit. Okay. Looking for the shape. Nice. And okay, that's good. Now I see a little catch the shadow over there, and a little blue color. We form this, and also on the ground, have some catch the shadow. Like this. So nice shape on the outside. and have some actually line. I can see that little line coming through like this. Okay, I think this is pretty good for the outside. And probably have a little bit indication of breaking this block. That's nice. And I decided to actually give a little suggestions for the glass reflection. It's just not too much difference, and I want to have this observation. It's very important. It's the key for painting. That, and in fact, I'm gonna have this color coming down like this, showing it actually is the glass reflection. That's how we find. Now this is good. You're looking for in the face. First, I'm gonna work into the eye. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this color, maybe a little bit red inside the mouth. Okay, like that. Think before you painting in. Okay, here. Okay, it's good. Like that. Actually, very nice. Come back to continue. Now I'm gonna come into the nose. You see that how easy after you have the big relationship correctly created. Okay, underneath the nose. That's good. And also the same thing underneath the mouth. And I'm going into preparing for the eye. I'm gonna paint this eye first. Let's see. Very good. Now the eyebrows. Going to make it a little bit lighter, and also for now this is actually looks fine. I'm gonna walk into the other side of the face. A very light color. When you're done one side, you're walking into the other side. You have something to compare to. Now I'm gonna come back to this side. I'm gonna see that a little bit warmer color on the edge over here. I don't really need much color. Just a little bit. Get a little bit red color too. Good. A little bit. I'm gonna look into in the lower eyelid. Okay, that's good. And also in the corner over here. Okay. Now I'm gonna walk into come back to the mouth. Now it's good. Come back to the mouth. I'm gonna just get a little red color. A little red color like this. That's good. Looking into over here. Okay, that's good. A little bit darker, so showing the tone And in here also a little, and let's shape the form of the lower lip. That's good. Now just use the water like that, and this very smooth, almost like a no edge, there's lost edge. And the top over there, and just use the water. I'm gonna make the color extended, soft. So this is very easy. Like that. So the biggest part of the work in the process is not in the detail, it's in the connection. I think this looks good. And got a warm color also on the side of the nose, coming in a little bit like this. Now I'm gonna come into her eyelid. She has a double eyelid, so I'm gonna have some pretty light color, maybe a little bit more yellow, maybe a little bit more yellow brown color like this. That's good. You can see. Soften this area. I think that color need to continue build a little more, like almost this color. Like that. And the darkest area of the eye. I'm gonna come in over here. Look carefully. Now, now coming to the other eye. Now, that's good. The face, I can do another overlay. That's coming over here. Need a little bit more red orange color. I'm gonna put it like this. And the bottom over here. And I'm gonna clean this. I'm gonna have some really clean red color. That's good. A little. I don't need a lot. Okay, it starts from here, and that color coming to like this, and a little bit yellow when it get a little bit higher. Start over here. And on the top over here too, get a little bit red. Now coming into the forehead. And this color. Like this. This called overlay wash. And now I'm gonna have this color coming over here to the side of the mouth. Okay, that's good. And a little bit yellow. It's a lot more yellow. And on the mouth over here, there's a little bit yellow color coming all the way to the chin. This. I think it's good. Now I'm gonna use the cleaner brush, just lift up this color. I want to make sure this clean enough, like this, good. Like that. The same thing on the nose over here. And underneath the nose, I need to do another round to make the nostril a little bit darker. But we're gonna come back later. I'm gonna have this a little softer, like that. That's good. And underneath over here, we also need a little darker color, but it's not the time right now. So instead, I'm gonna do a little cleanup over here, like that. That's good. Now I'm gonna take this time coming back to the clothing. I think this a little bit darker, like that, and one, and then also going to have just got a new bag, and I'm gonna put it over here just for this trip. See the highlight? I'm gonna leave the highlight right over here. I have some catch the shadow. Here you go. And now also have the color changed. I have a little bit greenish color, like this. Okay, small. Like that. Okay. I have a little catch the shadow next to it. Like that. And now also I can see that have the catch the shadow over here. This shape is very interesting. I'm gonna have this drawn into the existing catch the shadow from the hair, like that. That's good. And while we are doing the outside, other things, and it could be ready, the face, pretty soon. Now what I want to do, I'm gonna get back over here to catch the shadow on the wall. It's the time. Now that's good. Now look around. This is not a chance for you to correct the edge. correct the shape of the arm. This. And also have catch the shadow on here. Just keep it a simple shape. With the blue color, have some shape. That's good. Now we're gonna give some separation between the wrapper over here and there. So I can just take this color. Now, here you go. Now it's separated enough. It's relationship we keep talking about. It's also relate to how we deal with the relationship in the real life, like family, friendship, and so on. It's all kind of related. How you control it, how you not control, how you sort it, how you organize them, how you simplify them. Alright, that's good. Yeah. Like that. And I'm gonna come back to the chin. I think this already dry, so it's pretty good. I'm gonna come back over here, take a look. I think the color is like this, most likely. So I can create the chin is a little toning. Perfect, just like that. And underneath, over here, now a little bit too dark, so soften a little bit. It needs something over there, but it's not that dark. That's good. Now I'm gonna looking into the nostril. It's pretty dark, but it's not the darkest color in the painting. So I take this color. Good enough. Good. I'm gonna look into right over here. Where is it? Right there. That's good. Just feeling the tea inside the mouth is too strong. So I'm just going to soften it a little bit over here. Move the surrounding color in it. That's good. I'm gonna take this dark color and that's good. I want to do one more little suggestions. One more time. That's good. Define that the wrapper. So this painting called Lily's Breakfast. And this line a little bit too strong. So I'm gonna tone it down a little bit if I have a little gray color. Now let's finish the back over here. Some dark color. Let's take a look at the shape. That's good. When you recognize an object, and then don't stop there. And they think about, oh, how I'm gonna find the right color, the right shape, and then you'll be able to paint it. If you say, oh, how I'm gonna paint that nose, well, the nose you're gonna paint, you find what's the shape of the nose, what's the color of the nose, how light is the shape. All those things are visual elements. Without the visual elements, you cannot make a painting. Right? So that's good. I think pick this color, connect it a little bit over here, like that. That's good. A little blue color on the edge over here. A little blue color. Here we go. That's perfect. I'm gonna get a little warm color, a little light orange color, and the nose over here. That's good. So I think this painting is finished. It's good enough.